Hey y'all, Pinhead here, and in this tutorial I'm going to tell you about how I make my bacon so straight, because people are always asking me, hey Pinhead, how do you get your bacon that straight? Mine's always curled up all out of control and crazy, and I can't get it cooked how I want it. So, you know, rather than have everybody keeping on just dropping by here on Saturday and Sunday mornings unexpectedly, doing the pop-in at about the time the bacon's coming off the griddle, I thought I'd make this little tutorial to show y'all how I do this. And it's really not that complicated, but you do got to discipline yourself a little bit, because first of all, let's have the right tool for the job. Just like when you're a little kid playing with blocks, I mean, you can't put a square peg in a round hole, and you ought not to be cooking rectangular bacon strips in a round pan. It's all right for the 3-4 strips in the middle, but then once you start getting off to the side where the real curve is, and you're trying to put something flat up against something round, it just ends up making a big mess. So get you an electric griddle. You probably already got one back in the cupboard, and because it's rectangular shaped just like the bacon strip, and things are going to come together a little bit better for you if you do this. So put the bacon on the griddle like this and let the thing cook a while at 350 to 375. You got to be patient if you want good bacon. You can't, there's no 3-minute bacon that's going to be worth eating. So 350 to 375 and leave it alone. Just because you got whips and spoons and spatulas and all these things don't mean you got to have them all up in the food every minute. Let the heat work for you. That heat is going to get on that bacon with all that fat in it, and it's going to give it a shape that's going to be set in the shape it's supposed to be. And if you go messing with it before the shape is set, that's when you get it all curling up and flipping around, and you got a half raw bacon you're trying to eat at the end of this. So I turn my bacon, flip it I'm talking about, twice. That's it. You don't really need to flip bacon more than twice. You put it on the griddle like that. This is what it looks like after you flip it once. And then you let that finish getting its shape. And then after that, you flip it back to get the amount of doneness that you want on this. Because some people like the bacon 3-4 seconds short of ashes. I don't like it that done, but if you do, I got no problem with you. You can do that to the bacon if you want, but you're never going to get it there if you get to flipping it around too early and letting it go all crazy on you. So, and then this is what it looks like when I flip it back. Now at this point, if you're one of them over flippers, you can get to flipping the bacon another 10 or 20 times and you're not going to hurt it. Why? Because the shape has been set. It's a flat piece of bacon now. You can't, it won't curl up on you now because you done let it cook enough to take shape and it's set. Flip it around as much as you want. Now it ain't necessary, but some people just can't leave it alone. And that's fine if you want to flip it another 10, 20 times, but wait till you're at this point. You're at this part of it before you get to doing that. Alright, I'm trying to help you with this because this frustrates a lot of people, and it ain't that serious. You just gotta know when to leave it alone and when to flip it. Alright, so I think we're good on that. Now, while we're talking about bacon, you can't talk about bacon without talking about that yummy juice, that fat that comes off of that bacon. We don't want that going in the garbage and going to waste. So look at this. You got these nice little drawers here at the bottom of this griddle. Or if you have to cook it in the pan, you have to, but don't throw that grease away. Even if you're not in the mood for messing around with making you some gravy right now, put that in the refrigerator and you'll be glad you did, because you'll get a taste for it one day when you don't have any bacon and you want you some gravy, and it'll be there for you because you need this to start. This is gravy starter here. This isn't something to catch it from making a mess and throw it in the garbage. This is food still. This is necessary. So we take this. Now you got some use for your round pan. Pour this in the skillet, and you want this pretty hot. I mean, you don't want to flash and get a fire going here, but you do need some heat on this grease. And sprinkle you some flour in there and stir that around. It's going to be kind of thick and ugly looking. It's a base, it's a roux for your gravy. All right, you get that, and it's up there pretty hot. This is what it looks like. And then you're going to pour your milk in there. Now I recommend whole milk, but we use 2% around here, and it works just fine. But the thicker the better for this, for a good rich gravy. And you want to bring this to a boil and let it get the bubble in there, and then turn it down to probably, I'm on an electric stove here, turn it down to about 2 and let it cook like that. It'll keep bubbling for a while and stir it. You know, you don't want to walk away from that one too long. And I happen to have me some sausage links over here. I'm going to take a couple of them and chop them up. And you want to get it kind of small. You don't want to leave big old chunks in there, but chop it up a little bit depending on how much gravy you think you're going to have, how many sausage links or patties you're going to cut up. And put that in the gravy and put just some pepper on there. Don't need a whole lot of salt because this is bacon fat we started with, but I like a lot of black pepper on my sausage gravy. You get that all done. So this is what we have here. I rolled out these Bisquick biscuits this morning and got them cooking while I had my bacon starting to cook up, and got them out, and they look really nice. And then we got the nice flat crisp bacon and some sausage links. We got some nice sausage gravy here. We just need a cup of 3 eggs to fry up, flip, put on that, and this is going to make a real nice breakfast. I didn't mean to do a whole breakfast thing on you here, but one thing kind of led to another. I meant to just talk about the bacon and getting some good flat crisp bacon, and it just turned into all these other things because, like I said, you can't talk about one thing without talking about the next. In any case, I hope you found this helpful, and you get some more smiles at your breakfast table from now on, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye.